Hello everyone, I'm ArmorDonio and welcome to the series Dead Early Access Games. In this series, I will be showcasing different early access games that have been stopped working on and will never deliver its promised features. Today's game is Infect and Destroy. However, it started out under the name Virus 14 when it launched on 29 January 2015 and had the name Connection in Steam Greenlight. The game's core was about controlling a zombie army and kill or infect mankind. Even though the updates for this game were slow, they were still coming out at a steady pace, and developers would interact with the community on the forums. They took suggestions and responded to feedback. As the game developed, the gameplay also changed drastically, up to the point that you didn't even know what it was supposed to be. Even though the game wasn't really well received and not widely known, the developers stayed positive. However, on 7th July 2015, they launched their last update without letting the community know why they stopped. A possible reason could be that they didn't have the resources to develop the game further, or they saw this project as a failure. However, because the developers never announced that they quit development, some people still get tricked into buying this game because of its somewhat promising features such as co-op and multiplayer, which didn't see the light. Even though the community is small, they quickly sensed that the game was abandoned and warned other community members on the forums, with no response of the developers as a confirmation. I also bought this game when it launched, because it was fairly cheap priced at €7 and the promised features sounded great. It was because of the slow update pace that I didn't care anymore and checked back when the last updates were coming in. Fairly disappointed in the results, I still hope the developers still kept developing, however, without knowing then it wouldn't last long until they launched their last update. It is kinda sad that these early access games are still allowed on the store page of Steam. There should be either a warning of it being an incomplete game, not being worked on anymore, or have the store page removed. In the past, I did some gameplay videos on Virus 14 or Infect and Destroy, showing its progress. Footage of them have been used in the background and a link to them will be in the description below. Soft, being both the developer and publisher of the game, have not been seen since, and they have not been making any other games, except if they are working under a different name now. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and suggest what Dead Early game I should do next. I've been ArmorDonio. Thank you very much for watching.